we go. It's starting up. I never really know when it actually goes live, though. Like, it's like, your event is starting. I don't know if the event has started. If it has, live stream is starting soon. All right, I got some buffering over here. Welcome, everybody, to the Kalispell Warhawks Dynasty Offseason number 1. It is the first offseason in the series, and I'm looking forward to it. My brand new dynasty. Well, it's not even brand new anymore. We are through the first season, and we'll go through and get the team ready for year 2 today. So welcome everyone watching here on YouTube. Really hope that everything is working here. Really hope it's working. Can I get a Teddy in the comments? Teddy's just my go-to, like, if everything's working, you say Teddy. Well, let's just make that a thing where I don't even have to say it. I just need Teddy every time it's working when we're starting. Alright, so what are we going to do today? We are going through the entire offseason, finishing off recruiting. We are going to get the depth chart set, the schedule set. Going to look at preseason recruiting, set the schedule, get everything ready. I see Teddy everywhere. Teddy's everywhere. Welcome, everybody. Hope this was a good time. I tried to do it earlier because I know I have a lot of subscribers and viewers from Europe and Brazil and other parts of the world, so I try to put these earlier in the day so I can get as many people watching as possible. Plus, I have 4 time zones in the continental United States. I think in the future I'll try doing these off seasons more on the weekends because they're a little bit more convenient. So I'll try scheduling videos around in a way that makes it so Saturday or Sunday becomes our off season day. So it's good to see you guys again. I streamed last night. It was a fun time. I always mess around here for the first few minutes as I want to get everything set up and let the stream fill in. But basically last night I was streaming and I started a brand new series, the Madden 17 Fantasy Draft Franchise Series, where I was selecting positions out of a hat, the figurative hat here, and whatever position popped up, I was selecting a player from my team, and it gave us some interesting results, and we'll be playing games in that live stream series soon. But today it's all about the Kalispell Dynasty. I work nights, so this stream is perfect. Yeah, I'm trying to make this easy for as many people as possible, and you can never get it easy for everybody. That's why I think moving forward, weekends will probably be the best. So basically, I've already recapped the season. If you want to watch that, it's on my channel. If you want to see how the stats were and the schedule and go more in depth there, you can check out the recap video. But basically, we didn't have any big standouts on the team this year as far as overall stats go. I'd say the 2 most impressive stats were that Marcus Calhoun had over 100 tackles and Cam Davenport had 4 interceptions. Those 2 stand out to me. These are our best players right now. Kicker and punter at 74, 75, and then a few in the 70s. Everybody else is in the 60s. I knew it was going to be tough this year. And we have a super chat, the first of the stream, from 27 Super Yankees. Been watching your videos since November 2011, which would have been only 3 or 4 months after I started making videos. And this is slowly starting to become my favorite series of yours. P.S. Cutler for Kalispell starting quarterback. Of course, Jay Cutler is the quarterback in my fantasy draft series. So I walked out of the room like 5 minutes ago, came back in, and y'all were trashing Cutler out of nowhere. Like unprovoked. The man's not even here to defend himself. But thank you for the super chat very much. If anybody else, if super chats do come in, I will be reading them during the stream. I'm not going to obviously ask anybody to leave super chats. That is completely up to you. I appreciate all the support, whether you send super chats or not. So we're about to get going here. We had 11 seniors on the team, and most of them didn't really have prominent roles. We saw Jason Adams for a little bit toward the end of the season. I gave him a little bit more playing time because I was kind of getting tired of Otis Frazier's mistakes. We have another super chat in here from Soul Team Gaming. Still got you on my friends list, LOL. Yes. remember playing the Division last year. I haven't played the Division much since then. Thank you very much for the super chat. Where was I? Oh yeah, the seniors. The seniors. I mean, when I designed this roster, I made it so that there weren't a lot of seniors. Like, this is not a new team, or this is a new team. So there's not going to be a lot of players who are juniors or seniors. And the seniors that were on there, I made a lot of them lower rated, so they wouldn't be featured as much. I had to fill up the roster, so that was one way around it. And there were so many receivers on this template because I had to use a template for the team, and I ended up going with, I forget, Washington State or something like that, and I had like too many receivers on here, so a bunch of them are seniors. But one I'm going to definitely miss is Antoine Fletcher, because he came on late last season, and I thought that his playmaking was a nice boost to the offense, the team that needed some playmaking, and he provided it. Currently we have 6 commits right now. And that puts us still not even in the top 100 for recruiting class. And we'll see where we end up. I'll make sure I write it down at the end. There's 126 total teams. We right now are the 6th from the bottom with our 6 3-star prospects committed here. We've gotten 5 players on offense, only 1 on defense. And I'm hoping that we can get some more of the players that are high up on my board. How long has this been on for? It's been only a handful of minutes yet. We have not been streaming for very long. And I haven't even done anything yet. Alright. So let me know from Season 1, who was your favorite player? I always want to see what players you guys get attached to and what players I get attached to. Sometimes they're different just because I have my own position biases. Like when I started playing franchise a long time ago, I really enjoyed being able to draft like running backs and receivers. So I always get attached to those players. And you'll notice like in my franchise, I'm always keeping like way too many running backs and receivers because I'm waiting for one to break out, or I like a skill set of one player. I get attached to those skill guys and secondary players a lot. So Cam Davenport had a nice year. 4 interceptions, was pretty hyped up about that. Let's sim to the end of the year. Year 1, it's over. I'm seeing a lot of Calhoun and Sammy. I wonder if I asked this episode like 6 episodes ago what the answers would be, because Sammy Hawthorne's hype train, that train was built in like the last month in-game, like the last 4 or 5 games. Then he got to be a starter, led the team in rushing. Alright, so a 2-10 season now going into the rear view. It's time to move on. Kalispell moving on. Coaching carousel. I just want to check this out. Obviously, I'm not going anywhere. 2 teams are hiring. Unexpected jobs. Filled positions. So I could move to one of these teams if I wanted to. I think. But obviously, not going to happen. Fire somebody to shake it up. I'm building up my coordinators here. I can't give up on Evan Newton or Jonathan Starks quite yet. So we are officially getting on to the off season now, and this could be a surprising part of the stream because transferring happens, and we could have a few players that didn't get much playing time decide to leave. We could have some surprises here. Not expecting anybody to like forgo their senior season and turn pro quite yet. So we'll see if anybody's leaving or if anybody wants to transfer. I mean, hey, if you're a backup quarterback somewhere or a backup skill player, you want some playing time, you come to Kalispell, Montana. So that's why you have so many running backs in Chargers. Yes, exactly. Plus, I like all those running backs. You know how excited I was to get CJ Prosise on the team? And then we just play games and all of a sudden Melvin Gordon is just the beast that we hoped he'd be from the beginning. All right, coaching changes. We'll start here. I just want to go to the Mountain West and see if there are any changes there to look at. We have a bunch of extensions. New coach in Colorado State. New coordinators, that is. Firings. The 2 teams that finished worse than us. They had some firings. Offensive coordinator fired. Head coach fired. Defensive coordinator just went and left. He retired. Wait a minute. Whoa, 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 whoa. Evan Newton got fired? Do I not make those decisions? Whoa, 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 whoa. We have a new offensive coordinator out of nowhere. Brian Lindgren. Why? Evan Newton's gone. Do you plan on moving Kalispell into a bigger conference once the team becomes better? That would kind of be the ultimate goal. But we'll take it step by step. And our current step right now is looking at our new offensive coordinator here. I don't know. I'll have to see his skill tree. But I'm kind of bummed about that. Evan Newton got fired. It wasn't my idea. But hey, turnover differential wasn't very good. Evan Newton's gone. Players leaving. No surprises, please. No surprises. Transfer, we got one. I told you guys. Landon Bray wants to transfer to Louisiana Tech. And then we have some graduations. So no major surprises. Landon Bray. Can you tell me about his skills here? We have an 84 speed, 72 man, 74 zone, 87 excel, 86 agility. So Landon Bray is gone. I can try persuading him, but I honestly don't think I can promise anything. Might just have to be like, all right, see ya. All right, over 1,100 viewers now. Awesome. That's one thing that's nice about streaming here on YouTube as opposed to Twitch is that you guys are already here, whereas I'm trying to get everybody following my YouTube to Twitch for those streams, and it usually works, but this is just a lot easier. So these are the players moving on. Goodbye, Bryce Anderson, Clayton Hamilton, Antoine Fletcher, Blaine Barnett, Terrence Crawford, Max Goodwin, Jason Adams, Lawrence Anderson, Seth Harrington, and Grant Cook. Landon Bray, see ya as well. All right, you want some playing time? He's going to Louisiana Tech to try and get it. Let's go recruit or transfer requests. Man, that's how you know this game is old now. Export class to Madden 25. The draft classes were so messed up on that game. I guess for a long time. How many seniors graduated? 11. And we just lost a player to Louisiana Tech. So we have to get 6 more to fill all of the spots on the roster. We had nobody go pro, surprisingly. I know we're shocked. We have a few from Air Force here. How about Alabama? Whole first round? Nope, just 3. I'm not going to check every college. I kind of wanted to just see teams that we face. Nobody from Colorado State. Hawaii, nobody. Idaho? Hey, their punter's gone. 7th round pick. Anybody from University of Minnesota? No. Not in this dynasty. Alright. I'm not going to look through a lot of these results here. Transfer requests. We got to have a couple, right? I never get transfer requests. Even in the Minnesota Dynasty, it was just... I wonder what you have to do to get those requests. Does anybody know? I'm sure you guys probably have had some luck there, but I have not. Recruiting battle with one school for Donnie Castillo, one of my favorite recruits on the board. I pretty much rave about him every episode as of late, it seems. Talking about getting a big receiving tight end on the team. He's like 6'7", 250 something. And while he doesn't have blazing speed, he's got good receiving ratings for a first-year tight end to a school of our caliber. So, recruiting time. Actually, I just want to see the job security right now for Leon. Just want to see how that's doing. Okay, it has gone down. If Leon were to ever get fired, I know I can create another coach and still control Kalispell. I know there's still a way around that. So I won't lose the team entirely if Leon were to ever be fired. Does it say how many wins per year the target is? But the security went from 100 to 74. Could get a lot worse. I wish it would tell me how many wins they want. I forget what the target was last year. Obviously, we were low. Coach contracts. Maybe it's here. Target wins 5. That to me sounds reasonable. Target wins of 5. Can you turn up your mic? It's a bit quiet. I get this every stream, and it ends up being fine in the video. I don't know what it really is, because like I have the settings like maxed out in the streaming thing. Kind of go through this every time. Anyway, it's time to get on to recruiting now, as we try to get at least 6 more players. We still are targeting around 15 or so. Can't you turn off coach firing? No, you can't. At least to my knowledge. We got a super chat here from Patriots fan 1210. Great videos, man. Keep it up. Go Warhawks. Thank you very much. It's time to get some wins for these Warhawks, however. Just checking out some comments here. Your OC has a 15 rating. Okay. So we upgraded. I know I'm bouncing all over the place here, and that's kind of how things go. It's not structured very well. So I'm going back to the other screen now so I can see this offensive coordinator. You guys are always catching stuff that I'm overlooking. Hard for me to focus on everything during the stream, but yeah, that's a nice level 15 coach right there. Let's check out his tree. I'm not sure if I can respec it. But he's going to help us with injury, carrying, break tackle. That's big for our running game. He's going to give us throw power and accuracy and offensive line blocking. This is a great move for us. That's an excellent move. That really, really helps us out. That's a big upgrade. And then we'll see what training results do for us later. Hey, Kane, I gotta go. Will this be a video later? Yes, it will. This will be on my channel afterwards. It has to process, and then it'll be unlisted until I make it public. I got another super chat here from Ian Coding. Please show us your sliders. I will do that. Thank you for the super chat. I hope I don't miss any of those, because the chat goes by so fast. I mean, it only shows me like 9 messages at once. I'll get to sliders here in just a little bit. But I wanted to focus on the recruiting side right now. These are the 12 players I was still looking at. And we need, I think someone said I had 8 open slots. So, if I can get 8 of these guys, that'd be great. What ones are we the closest to? Adam Carter for kicker, CJ Gibbs, speedy receiver, Josh Small, battle here with Colorado, Donnie Castillo, man, I gotta go for it. Damian Whitmore, that one's almost in the bag. Marcus Bowser, Sean Robinson. Now I gotta make sure, there was a linebacker that was basically a do-it-all linebacker, and I want to make sure that I put a lot of points into him. I just forget which one it was. It could have been James Watson. He's the one, yeah, he's the one who can rush the passer a little bit, stop the run a little bit, has some coverage, but not much agility. So, James Watson on 10,000 points. We have to get 8 players in a battle here against Colorado. I'm going to first put in 2,500. I forget, how do you do this faster? Well, that's all. Alright, this is one way to get points in there faster. I thought I figured out a trick. And maybe this is it. I don't know. Maybe there's a faster way to input these numbers here, but I've been doing it like slowly for years. since this game came out, basically. So there's a quarter of our points already gone. Another super chat here. I'm missing them. Oh, we got the official mole. How's it going? Keep it up, Hurricane. Hashtag skull. That's right. Oh, wow. You know what's up. The mole knows what's up. He was prepared for that one. I appreciate it. Alrighty. Fire your DC. I don't know how to fire people. Someone fired the offensive coordinator for me. I'm watching back on the stream now. What's the difficulty on? We are on Heisman. Heisman difficulty sliders. I'm not about to fire Jonathan Starks because I know how hard he can hit. That wouldn't be okay. Yeah, I know it's all mirrored. I gotta fix that probably, huh? You think? I don't know. If I can figure that out. Like, I was watching the stream back last night, and I'm like, oh, every slip of paper I had for the positions, they were all backwards. That's great. I'm not sure anybody pointed it out. Alrighty, so then there's Donnie Castillo, who's going to command a lot of points. I think for now, 4K is what I'm feeling. Bowling Green. How aggressive are they going to be for Donnie Castillo? You can't control coach changes if you simulate through it. Okay, I'll remember that. But I have to get past it somehow. I don't know. I don't know everything about this mode. Certainly not. I'm still learning stuff from you guys every offseason. All right. And then Adam Carter. For these players that I'm basically like shoe in to get, right now I'm going to put 500 in for them. I kind of give these baseline numbers and then I adjust as needed. Like CJ Gibbs, I'll put 500 here. Just to see what overall I have to work with. And I want to divvy this up between like 10 players or so. Hope that I can land 8. Damian Whitmore. I'm not even sure I need to put that many in there. Big thing about Whitmore that was interesting to me was that he's 6'8", 255. Although I'm not sure he's that interested in us. Pro potential, program tradition, and proximity to home. We're not good at anything for that. But he still might come here. The finesse moves. It's interesting. He's that big, yet he's a finesse rusher, and the power moves are a 67 at 74 strength. That's okay. Doesn't always have to make sense. Sean Robinson here. We're close to FSU. Now, I don't need to get all these linebackers. So if I say that we pull the plug here, 58 agility, what's up with these linebackers? They coming off like ACL surgeries? Like, this agility is extremely low. Yeah, that's a good point. I've never known how to pronounce your name, but you have this flag with a C in it in your avatar. I've seen your name for years. I'm sorry. Remember that the recruitment is weird sometimes and players won't commit even if you're thousands ahead but the bar isn't filled. I know. It's kind of hit or miss on whether it'll work or not. I haven't figured out the madness to that yet. Marcus Bowser was a bust, but sometimes you can still get a bust that upgrades your team. We're bad. Marcus Bowser, 5 points. We still have around 1750. So if we look at 4, 5, 6, we're at 6 players right now. I'm not really sure that we really have the points to go spend on scouting other players and trying to figure that stuff out. Like, I did a lot of that toward the end of the year to find majority of these players. So I'm pretty sure there wasn't much more to uncover. Look at lock percentage, see what the easiest ones are out there. That's the Cavs logo. I thought it was the Cavs logo, but I wasn't going to be wrong. I wasn't about to be wrong on purpose. But to humor you guys, I guess I will set up the lowest percentage available and see if there's any secrets out there. Don't feel bad, Kane. It's a weird Norwegian name and a Cavaliers flag. See, I thought it was Cavaliers. It just looks really retro and old. Go harder for those 6 instead of 10. Might be the way to go. I mean, if there are a couple walk-ons, it's not the end of the world. I mean, it's not like there's a walk-on linebacker who has a legacy now on my channel because that I had to have some walk-ons and fill a position. That never happened. It's not like he's coaching this team. Put 1,000 on your outside linebacker. Which one? I'm seeing a lot of them. Need a fullback? I don't need a fullback that bad. I'm not that worried about a fullback. See, the lowest we can go is to 24%, which is still not great. And a lot of these players are not going to be all that close for us to make a run for it here at the end. It's just risky to worry too much about these players when I could focus more on the players I already uncovered. Like, I'm pretty happy with our current board. I updated it throughout the year. We have 6 recruits committed so far. Going to rename the offensive coordinator to an old player? No, I'll probably just keep it what it is. You can edit the coach stuff, and that's how I got Evan Newton and Jonathan Starks to be my coaches. But, you know, we'll just roll with it. How come you only put 4,000 for Castillo? That's just the baseline initial what I did here. I'm trying to divvy it between the players I deem the most important. And I'm putting kind of just placeholder numbers here while I actually finalize that, fine-tune it. So, Marcus Bowser. Let's put a 250 here. Could still use him as a run blocker. In a couple of years, he'd be a little bit better. And that's the idea for a lot of these players. They might not be ready yet, but down the road, you know, maybe they start playing as a junior, get a couple good years out of them, and you keep the wheel spinning. So we're going to go a little bit more here for Adam Carter, just to have another kicker on the team as a backup that can develop. We already know he's got 79 power, 78 accuracy. CJ Gibbs is the speedy receiver who just has can't catch. But somehow, I'm always confused when it's like a player who can run routes, he's fast, but he just can't catch the ball. To me, like, if you can run a good route, you should know how to catch the ball. I don't know if that's just like, I shouldn't think that way, but to me it just makes sense. Like, good route runners tend to have good hands. So it's weird when the route running's good, but the hands are not. Don't put anything into CJ Gibbs. Well, you got to put something into some of these players. I don't know. There's no exact science to it, and that's part of what makes it kind of frustrating and kind of an inexact science in a way. So we have 4,500 now on Donnie Castillo, and we'll know exactly by how much I win or lose these recruiting battles. So it's always fun to look back and be like, oh, if we did this and that, and we're perfect, wouldn't that be nice? I'm pretty much saying that we're not going to get Sean Robinson. I can't chase 2 rabbits because I'll catch none, basically. I know that Watson would take a lot of points. Well, actually, Robinson would take more points. And I think I'm more intrigued by Watson, who might not be as competitive. Works out. Kane, the chat is screaming at you. What? You had some 22% commits. Go back and hit the order button. Check by a lock. Sort the percent lock again. You had it by the highest, not lowest? Did I really do that? Did I forget how to sort data in a table? It would appear so. Percent locked. Because I thought I saw 24s at the top and it went down to 25. Oh, actually, no, these names all ring a bell, so 17s. New City, New York. Keith Monroe. 600 points for everybody else ahead. Would have been nice to find him probably earlier with a C route running, C catching. Maybe he surprises. But I mean, we have a lot of receivers on the team, so I wasn't focused on getting more of them. Eric Ray, I scouted him. What didn't I like about him? It must have been like carrying or something. He's got 90 speed, 80 excel. Carrying 64. I just knew it's not going to get much better. It's not going to get better enough better. It wouldn't work. And for a lot of these receivers, I just look at the 40 and I'm like, a 4.7? I'm not sure this is going to work out. Yeah, I've done this before. I know this is the first time in this stream I've done this, but you know, a couple times during the season I go and check the lowest lock percentage and see some players I haven't scouted yet, find like 8 to 10 players, scout them, delete the ones I don't like. No, I think we're doing all right. Gibbs says 85 carrying with his 93 speed, FYI. Yeah, that means potential position change could happen. A lot of receivers end up with good running back ratings, like carrying and elusiveness. Usually their break tackle isn't very good, so they're kind of one-dimensional. But they tend to have good catching because they are receivers. And the difference is, like, a 70 catching for a receiver is not good, whereas 70 catching for a tailback is actually pretty good. So, you can kind of play that way. Oops, do not remove. CJ Gibbs. How would he translate to running back? Well, he's fast, not very agile, so really a straight line runner that can jump. Still can't catch. That's bad catching even for a running back. Regardless, he would need to develop, no matter the position. The size is fine, 6 foot, 191. All right, so any of these players. I want to start deleting players that I'm not going to go for at all. Will Stevenson, I like these ratings here. 89 speed, 76 coverages. I want to put some points into Stevenson, but how much do we have to put in for him to make a decision? Then there's Josh Fry. Another linebacker. Decent in coverage, block shedding. Agility super low. Clarence Ostrander, another one. He's like even more of a CJ Gibbs. He's got 80 route running, 96 speed. If he could just catch the football, you got something. Now if you move him to running back, 82 carrying, not going to break a lot of tackles, not going to make a lot of players miss. I did offer a scholarship, and I was the only school to do so. Don't remove players? Does that help with walk-ons or whatever? Or I guess if I remove them, that eliminates their scholarship and means they wouldn't have any chance to come in here unless by walk-on, I believe. Get a fullback, you don't have any. I think I know what you guys are trying to say. Okay. I've kept seeing this fullback comment pop up, and is that because of the position minimums? Like, if I don't go find a fullback, they're going to find one for me? Is that the deal you guys are trying to do? Well, there are only 12 options. And the lock percentages are just not good. If we have a walk-on fullback, that's okay. If I can move David Warren to fullback first, however, maybe we're safe then. Because the template I used did not have a fullback. If you don't use a template in Teambuilder, maybe I should make a video for those that still want to build teams on Teambuilder. If you don't use a template, you're going to be left with players that have all these weird body types and equipment setups, which is just much more of a hassle than using a pre-made team template and changing names and whatnot. So that's why I did that. That was a tip that Blackjack gave me because he saw what happened if you didn't do that. Josh Small is the key cane. You can move tight ends to fullback. Benson to fullback. I'm not sure if he has any good blocking ratings, but maybe. David Warren was the guy who I wanted to be a fullback, but I just didn't have a fullback on the roster. We got a super chat here from Matt Green. Either Gibbs or Ostrander for option scheme. That's an interesting thought there. That's a good point. Because I like the option. And you might see more option in Season 2 and moving forward. And if we can get some speed at receiver, we have a lot of options where the slot comes in motion and they run triple option. And players like that could be a lot more valuable even if they can't catch the football as well. So that's something to consider. Thank you for the comment. And thank you guys who have all the super chat senders. I appreciate it very much. So Damian Whitmore, let's bump this up to 500 should get us to the end, I feel. Or 400 might be able to do it. Marcus Bowser. I know his bar isn't quite as far there. I'm not really sure if you have to fill it up. Like I said, there's no exact science to it. I'm just trying to make the game be nice. Canada players, I think I've already looked for Canada players before. I know you guys like to watch these players from Canada ever since Andrew Ross had those 2 interceptions with UTSA. Of course, that's part of why I like doing these series, because stuff like that happens, you know. I just love the experience you get from these games when you just get into the series so much. Only Canadian players from Calgary, Corey Stewart. A safety runs a 4.88. D speed. I will not mess around with that. He might be going to Idaho, though. Maybe. Sometimes they sign and sometimes they don't. Exactly. Exactly. That's why after a while I'm like, I spent way less time on the recruiting side of things because why spend so much time on something that you can't crack? Clarence Ostrander. Let's go 250 here. 275 sounds good. Josh Fry. 25 left. I liked Will Stevenson. Maybe he gets the last 25. So we'd be sitting here right now. 300 on Marcus Bowser. 400 on Damian Whitmore. 4,500 for Donnie Castillo. I'm not sure if that's too much. It could be. I kind of want to take some points off of him. James Watson, I definitely like a lot. What if I took 500 off Castillo and put 500 on Watson? Because Watson has all the you could, like I said, utility linebacker, pass rush, run stop, a little bit of coverage. Nothing's going to be phenomenal, but you get a little something. So Castillo, Josh Small 550, CJ Gibbs, Adam Carter. I'll take a few points out of Carter here, 550. I want to get Stevenson to 300. Ostrander, 275. I can put him at 3. So is 3,000 enough for Watson and is 4,000 enough for Castillo? Did I miss a super chat? From Matt Sullivan, yo, if you have a spare O lineman, throw him into halfback. I did that on my recent dynasty, and he set an NCAA record for career rushing yards and went pro. I'm Never thought about doing that. A spare offensive lineman at running back. But how would the ratings even, like... Are you setting records with like a 60 speed old lineman then who like fumbles the ball every carry, but maybe no one can tackle him? I'm not really sure what how exactly that works. I think we're ready to move on. I think we're ready. Let's see who the newest Warhawks are going to be. It's always fun seeing the next group of players that we're going to be getting behind and watching the careers unfold. I'm so glad you guys enjoy this kind of content because this stuff is so much fun to me. This is the stuff I was doing when I grew up playing, to a lesser extent. But, like, I love drafting players and having... I wish I could go back and watch some of the drafting I did when I was, like, 10 or 11 and, like, roast myself, basically. All I wanted to do is draft running backs and receivers, pretty much. Castillo had too much. I hope that I hope it wasn't like too much, because then I won't be able to or then I'll be like, oh, we could have taken that many points and put it here and there and everywhere. Alrighty, we got a bunch of commitments here, including Donnie Castillo and James Watson. Let's move on and see the full list. We got the top two. We got the top two. Signing day. Who'd we get? Who'd we get? And then we'll check what place we finished in. Over 1,400 viewers now. Thank you all for tuning in. All right, Marcus Bowser. Out of nowhere comes Michigan. Enjoy your 64 overall bust, Jim Harbaugh. Unbelievable. How did they flip 6,000 points? That was basically our lead, and now all of a sudden, Michigan, man. We get Damian Whitmore. We get Chris Smith, barely by 75 points. CJ Gibbs to Rutgers, wow. Will Stevenson going to Iowa, barely. No! That close? This is a situation I'm trying to avoid. Josh Fry to USC, Clarence Ostrander to Texas A&M, Sean Robinson to Florida State. We get Donnie Castillo by 1,555. We get James Watson by 3,600. He didn't require any more points. So I said we needed 6 or 8 more, and we ended up getting 1, 2, 3, 4 more, giving us, what, a 10-player recruiting class? And then Josh Small did not choose. Adam Carter did not choose. Well, where are you going to go? You got to choose something, right? So unfortunately, we missed some of the lesser players. Jim Harbaugh paid him. I wonder how much. I mean, the Big Ten likes their linemen. All right, so we finished with, I'm going to write this down here. No, we didn't make it to the top 100. 101st recruiting class. 16 total, so we have a number of walk-ons here at the bottom. Any names I don't recognize? Well, the 1-stars I don't. The 2-star I don't. Can I scroll down, please? I got a fullback on there. So we finished higher than Wyoming, North Texas, New Mexico State, Missouri. What's up with their program? Indiana, Duke, Ball State, Tulane, Georgia State, Air Force, USF, Troy, Oregon State. By the way, Oregon State was the school I wanted to put on the schedule this year. Like, we played a big team from the Pac-12 in Washington. I wanted to go a step down this year and play a school like Oregon State, more kind of mid-level. Better than UMass, New Mexico. It was actually a good team. Iowa State, what was their record? 10-3. Wow, that's a shockingly low recruiting score. Ohio, Connecticut, Idaho, Louisiana Monroe, Texas State, Kent State, Marshall, UTEP, and last, UNLV. A team we lost to by 28 points. Pipelines. The kicker is going to Maine Tech to avoid your program. Is Maine Tech football a thing? We have 2 pipelines, California and Washington. Then Wisconsin and Texas are our next biggest. Do we get any Canadians? Did that happen? Hashtag we want Bama. You do not want Bama. We want Alabama State. That's better. Time to go to position changes. So we haven't seen anybody's ratings go up yet. That's always the part of the offseason where it's like, no matter what, you win, because it's always good news. But we're not there yet, so keep in mind these overalls are going to go up for the players who are already on the team. We got a Canadian safety. Wait, the same one? The same one we just looked at? That's odd. Kane, who is Kalispell's rival? Well, you don't want to force the rivalry issue. It's just whoever we have the best games with year in and year out, I'd say would be our rival. It's only been 1 year. I mean, I do have us playing Idaho for the first 2 years. We lost last year. We'll play them again this year. Well, rivalries will happen. You just can't, you don't select your rivals. It just happens. I didn't know you heard of Alabama State. Of course I did. Isn't that where Tavares Jackson went? Am I right? Tavares Jackson, Alabama State? Believe so. Yellow Jackets? Is that correct? I gotta know. So at quarterback, JR Battle. Are they really given this? Please don't say, okay, I see number 68 there. He's a number 68 quarterback, not number 68 literally. No Kane has a rival assigned to you. Check who it says. Oh, yeah. Because they have rivalry games in there. Sorry. I bet Hawaii will be the biggest rival. I know it's the team I was most excited to face because I wanted them to visit Montana in the snow. That was my ultimate goal. They're the Hornets. Yellow Jackets, Hornets. I'm in the same, like, animal kingdom or insect kingdom thing. Halfbacks. Welcome Corey Miller. David Warren to fullback. He goes to a 68 overall. Wide receiver, Rashawn Brooks, Justin McClellan. Now our second rated, although we have upgrading to do here with players. We did not get any of those speedsters, but we did get Donnie Castillo from New Berlin, Wisconsin. Now our fastest tight end, best acceleration, best trucking, best hands, yep, best route running. So I'm already projecting Donnie Castillo to be our starting tight end next year, and I'm hoping for big things from him. Let's see. Iron A. Bartley says, Yellow Jackets are technically speaking a species of hornet, which technically means I was still right. It's semantics. Castillo going to start? Yes, for sure. I think that's going to be the move to make. I don't think there were any changes I wanted to make. I mean, I made this team, so it's not like there's going to be much wrong with it in terms of players being out of position. Elgin McCormick from New Hope, Minnesota. He was one of the walk-ons. And I'm not mad at this one. because I get decent block shedding and finesse. I'll take it. I'll take it. I want to see any more of the walk-ons, though. Julian Davis. I had scouted him. Power moves are his calling card here, but not much speed or acceleration. Might need a while to get to the quarterback. Uh-oh. A walk-on middle linebacker here. At 40 overall. 70 speed. Leon Daniels might like him too much. Does anybody know what the minimum is at middle linebacker? Could I move one of my right outsides there so I can cut the 40? Because if middle linebacker's cap, or if it needs to be 4, then I will make it work. Then we got Micah Kelly here from Hilo, Hawaii. Isn't that where Jay Page is from? Not much coverage. Not much tackling. Not thrilled. Corey Stewart from Calgary. 75 speed. 78 excel. Coverage, it should just say no. 54, 53. How does a player not have any strength? He can't tackle. He can't cover. He can't catch up to receivers or tight ends. It's just not going to work out. Carl Jordan. 80 speed now. But the coverage is even worse. He can jump. Has acceleration. Carl Jordan. What are your expectations in terms of wins for next season? That was kind of one of my talking points for this. Target for wins, I'm right in line with the expectations in game. I think 5 is reasonable to chase. What I was going to say, though, is that for the first time in this series, there are expectations, and the expectations are to be better. First year, there was nothing to compare it to. So now we have something to compare season 2 to. 2-win season, worst turnover differential, not exactly the highest bars to pass, but still have to do it with largely the same roster. I want to go back into position changes quick. And if I just try changing that middle linebacker, it'll tell me, I think, if it would put me below the position minimum. I believe so. Okay, that should work then. I should be able to cut him. Oh, are there any athletes? I don't think I got any athletes on the team, no. I'll definitely be scouting more athletes next year. I did check out athletes this past season, but it was like one of the worst classes of athletes I had seen. And normally you can find some gems in there at a variety of spots, but when I was looking for athletes, I wasn't finding anything I was really wanting to go after. I love how you keep it realistic. It's easy to abuse the game and destroy teams sometimes. Well, my thing is that if the sliders are tuned correctly and you aren't just abusing certain plays in the game that the computer can't handle, like in Madden 16, greatest example would be 4 verticals, you know. The in certain coverages that running back's always open, receivers going straight, and he's just leaking out. But no, my whole thing is if the sliders are tuned correctly, then the game is going to basically make you play more realistically. It's going to make you get the ball out quick. It's going to make you not focus on the deep shots all the time. If the sliders are correct in the trenches, things fall into place. And that's where you have to worry about more accurate time to pass, more accurate running lanes. If that stuff's right, I mean, then the game is going to play more realistically. And by the way, someone who sent a super chat earlier wanted to see my sliders. And these are my sliders that I used in Season 1. These are the user settings. This is my set. This wasn't based on anything. There are some good sets out there on Operation Sports that a lot of people like and have sent me. But I do like the way my games play. So I will stick with my set. These are the user sliders, and then the CPU sliders look like this. They're pretty close to default, but obviously some changes in there. And they make you work in increments of 5 for some reason. Let me see. Gameplay settings. Heisman. 8 minutes. 25 speed threshold. That was a change from my Minnesota Dynasty. I forget who recommended this, but it was a change I made. And I felt like, I thought speed was accurately reflected in Season 1. "10 quarterback accuracy." That's because quarterbacks are way too good in the game. And if you've played the recent Maddens, you kind of see that. They've definitely gone to make quarterback accuracy a lot more realistic. And when you go back to play older games, you realize these guys have Aaron Rodgers' arms. Almost everybody does. So you have to really knock down accuracy so that skill levels are more... You can kind of see the lines between elite, not good. Why 8 minutes and not 15 like in Madden franchises? That's because of clock runoff. It works very different in NCAA. There is no setting for you to choose your runoff. You kind of just have what's in the game. So I play on 8 because it gives me a good length of game. Whereas in Madden, I can completely edit everything. Alrighty, training results. What have we done? Alright, we have our first 80 overall. It is our punter, Calvin Rowe. Big boost here to TJ Garner, now a 79 overall. Let's go position by position. Marquise Walker +5, Austin Bradley +4. What do we have for accuracies? Alright, they each go +1, +3. So Bradley now has 78 accuracy, 80 throw power. Walker's still behind him. Did speed go up at all? +1 to speed for Walker. What about his carrying? +1. Fumbles were an issue. Who is your favorite player and recruit this year? Donnie Castillo was the one that I was really looking forward to. That's why you got all the points. Alright, in the running back land, we have Eddie Benson, Sammy Hawthorne, Albert Green, +6s for Benson and Green. Green is now a senior, Hawthorne now a junior, along with Eddie Benson. You know, the upgrading here is pretty linear, but sometimes the big thing is, like, did a player go up by +4, 5, or 6? David Warren, +3 at fullback. Receiver, another big one here. And sometimes players go up in speed and sometimes they don't. So Troy Evans, a little bit faster now. A little bit faster. Yeah, I remember all the comments from last year. I thought Troy Evans would be a fan favorite. Then I go look at comment sections and it's like, is Troy Evans number 7 because that's his speed? Like, come on. Come on. He's like the second fastest player on the team. Legitimately. Sonny Archer's an 87 speed. Jarrell Holloway's an 86. All right. Best hands on the team, Brooks and McLeod. We had too many drops back in year 1. Catching traffic goes up. Route running goes up nicely. Tyler Adams gets some jumping in there as well. Why did Benson seem so slow last year? His speed and excel aren't that far behind Hawthorne. It's a good question. Like, his speed and acceleration, his acceleration was the same, and his speed was only a couple less. I'm not sure if it has to do with him being heavier. Like, I don't know if that's built into the locomotion. I'm sure someone out there knows and has tested, like, heavier players on the same speed. But he did seem a lot slower than the ratings would indicate. Evans disappeared all season. He got hurt. I couldn't play him. All right, Everett Whitfield, the 70 overall now. Just want to check on the blocking upgrades. Man, it's rough. Left tackle, Antoine Coe had a tough year, and he goes +5 though. Now I want to see pass and run block upgrading. Oh, +4 to his pass block. That's nice. +2 to run, +2 impact. That's a solid jump right there. Left guard, Kenny Barrett, Darren Owens. Owens is stronger, but you got to see the true ratings that matter here, and Kenny Barrett is still the better player. At center, +6 to Johnny McCormick. Wow. That's a nice upgrade. And that includes +4 pass, +3 run, +3 impact. For right guard, Norris Medlock gave up a lot of sacks last year as well. Believe he's a run blocker. And now he has 75 pass, 80 run, 76 impact. Some good upgrades here to the O-line. Stuart Andrews. Darren Thompson is his primary backup. +2 and +3. Well, at least we got a couple good boosts there. Antoine Coe getting the... Like, he was kind of the weak part of the offensive line with all the sacks he gave up, so it was good to see him get the best upgrade. Why do you not switch players during the play-in game to help with stats? Because I'm not just chasing stats like that. The reason why I don't control anybody on defense is because I like the players to have their skills reflected, not my user skills. I know that on offense I control everything, and the reason why I do it differently on defense is because, like, I could easily, like, botch a user pick opportunity, or I could fly in, hit stick, and whiff on a tackle. That doesn't really reflect the player's skill to me, and I like just seeing how the players play, and I handle kind of the play calling and the adjustments. It's just kind of the way I prefer to play Franchise and Dynasty. I know on offense I basically control everything, but I still feel when you're controlling an offensive player, you're better reflecting that player's skills as opposed to defense. Because on offense, I'm not really controlling their route running or their carrying or their speed. You know, I control things like ball carrier vision and accuracy, basically. If they catch it, that was all them. If they fumble, that's them. If it's an interception, probably me. You know, it's not the most sensical thing, I guess, but that's just how I do things. Brock Schultz led the team in sacks last year with 4. You heard that right, 4. Can I get an update here on the pass rushing moves? Power move at 76. And finesse for Lorenzo Easley at 77. He needs more snaps this year now. That's a good finesse move. Don't want to be one-dimensional in the pass rush game. All right, at right end, Dorian Jordan goes +5. Good jump. And now his pass rushing ratings look like this. Kind of a jack of all trades, master of none, but not the best version of that type of player. Defensive tackle, Lewis Towns. I'm a big Lewis Towns guy. Can I get a block shedding boost of, okay, 3. Plus some power. Left outside linebacker, everybody goes up +5. TJ Strong sitting here at 68 overall. And I'll go through who our new group of seniors is, and we'll see how many are now starting. Last year it was only like 2 or 3. +5 to hit power. +5 to block shedding. That's nice. Got to improve that run defense somehow. Linebacker will be interesting this year because we have some players here who are no longer redshirted. Plus you have Watson, the second highest recruit on my board. Marcus Calhoun +5. Should have checked on him earlier. Gets a little bit faster. Calhoun was so consistent. Definitely the most reliable player for us last year. 83 tackling now. +4 block shedding. Better in coverage. Did he go up in weight at all? I don't remember having him starting out at 238. I don't think that he was. Maybe I'm wrong though. Right outside linebacker, Jeremiah Grant, now a senior. Andy Ridgway. I know Ridgway looked very intriguing when I looked at his ratings during the recap video showing some of the red-shirted players for this coming season. Primarily a run stopper. What side of the ball did you like most? Which side of the ball do you think improved the most? That's a good question. I like the defense, even though they didn't perform that well. And I feel like what side had the most improvement? That's a good question. I mean, the offensive line got way better, and that was a huge concern of mine, so I'm inclined to say offense based on those upgrades. Let's go cornerback. Cam Davenport, now a 90 speed. That's our fastest player right there. That's Cam. 4 interceptions last year, 2 in the last game, 2 pick sixes. 81 man, 78 zone, 3 press. Cam Davenport, number 22. I know a lot of you also want to see me experiment more with numbers like single digits and whatnot and go away from a lot of the conventions from the pros that I tend to bring into this game. And I will be doing that more. Maybe some single digits for skill players and just being a little bit more free with the numbers. TJ Garner goes +6 though. That is one of the largest boosts on the team. And coverage went +5 apiece. Jay Page now 80 zone coverage. What? +8. I have never seen +8. Ever. I've never seen +8 in NCAA. I did 9 off seasons with the Gophers. Never saw +8. Have you guys ever seen +8? I didn't know that was possible. I gotta pause for a moment. That's nuts. A +8. That is exciting. So what got so much better? I'm looking at the comments now. It's caught up. And I think a lot of you guys are as surprised as I am. Corey Archer the GOAT. Pretty much. What did this man do during the offseason? Did something go up by like +7? I'm waiting. +6 play rec. He went up +8. This is the hardest working man on the team, it looks like. I've never seen a +8. Yeah, +5 awareness. Cannot believe that. Someone said they've seen a +10 before. I need to know what supplements your team is on. Just wondering. For science purposes. We're trying to expand our academics here at Kalispell College. Just trying to do our necessary research and due diligence. Keith Britton +4. How far can you kick? '85 power, 75 accuracy. +6 to Calvin Rowe. Still nothing on a +8. +6, +5. Now, one thing I just remembered is that I don't think I can get into recruiting today. Because I do plan on actually creating some recruits this time around. And this is a little spoiler alert here. I'm working with Blackjack on a couple things for this coming season. So I have to create some players. So just know that I won't get into preseason recruiting today, but I probably will have it for the edited off-season. But I have to get those players created. Where did you get the idea to make the dynasty in specifically Kalispell? Well, I wanted the place that would be tough to recruit and where football really isn't a big thing. And honestly, I was just looking at a map one day. I was talking to Blackjack because he was also talking about doing his dynasty. And I was looking around at different places, and all of a sudden I came across Kalispell, Montana. I thought I had heard of it. I knew it wasn't like the capital city, but I just started researching it a little bit. It's a decent sized city, not big, not very big, but it just seemed like an interesting spot to put a team. I knew that we'd get some cold weather. I knew that it would get me into a conference I haven't played in Dynasty. So yeah, Kalispell became the team for those reasons. Cut players. Green screen messing up? Yeah. I'm not really sure what that is. Maybe the lighting is changing? The lighting should be the same. I'm not sure what the issue is. Football is the main sport in Montana. Even if it is, like, it's obviously not as big there as it is in other places. Not producing a lot of recruits. And actually, I'd wonder if, like snowboarding or winter sports are more popular out there. I don't know for sure, but I know that stuff is popular. Yeah, the green screen is starting to now kind of leak in. I still have to get some lighting. That's one thing I haven't done yet. I just got back into streaming, and I wanted to see how things would go and then kind of go from there. I'll have to get some studio lighting, though, just to make this a little bit better. A little bit more professional looking. Because now we got some purple going on. We're going to roll with it. So I have to cut 4 players. Nate Reed from Brentwood, Pennsylvania. We have to have 2 fullbacks. We have to have 2 fullbacks. So Nate Reed, the chat's new favorite player. Alrighty. We have to find 4 to cut still. I really don't like position minimums for that reason. I liked McCormick. Julian Davis might be one of the ones to go. All of our left outside linebackers are from Wisconsin. What are the chances of that? Devon Fenner. Sorry, guys. I saw some love for him in the comments. Micah Kelly. Yeah, just not going to be able to work with those ratings. Corey Stewart. We already know that wasn't going to work out. One more. Carl Jordan. Really can't cover. So it's not going to work out. So we go down to 70, just like that. Not too painful. Kane, if you go into coach, I was reading that. Temporarily change your playbook to a spread team like Oregon, then you'll be able to cut him, and then you can change it back afterwards. All right, I'll remember that for next time. Plus, I'd like to get a, like, maybe there's a template that better reflects what I look for anyway. So we've cut players. Custom conferences, we can kind of go past this. They're updated fully, so they can kind of stay the way they are. Cut one more if you want to get transfers. Is that how it's done? You have to have some openings on the team already? Edit freshman you got? Yeah, we'll probably get into that because I'm not going to give you guys recruiting today. What playbook do you use? It's a playbook I made. Both my offense and defensive playbooks are custom. And I'll refine it again heading into season 2, just like I did with the Gophers. I started that playbook in like season 2 or 3, and every offseason afterwards I took plays out I didn't actually use, put new plays in, new formations. Ended up with a playbook I loved a lot. So we're good here with the Bulls. By the way, if you guys haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the Kalispell Dynasty moving forward, or any streams, or anything. And if you enjoy these streams, know that I've started a new streaming series here on the channel, the Madden 17 Fantasy Draft Franchise. It's on my channel now, episode 1, the full draft, where I draft teams by picking positions from a hat. And it was an interesting way to build a team. Very, very different. But give that a look afterwards if you haven't already. Will you practice? Can I practice from preseason? We'll practice. Because I can't set up recruiting board yet, not ready. Custom schedule. Let's get to that right now. Just seeing what it's giving us here. So FCS Northwest. Let's open that up. Western Michigan, open that up. I can't right now. Oregon. I'll pass. Not this year. Anyway, I wanted to play against Idaho. So let's find a spot where Idaho is available. We're going to go at Idaho. Now, what is it? 3 or 4 non-conference games. It has UMass down here again. I'm going to open that slot. So I need to find 4 games. Idaho. Who do we want to have as our home opener? Need a home opener. Oh, I got a super chat here from David Guerra. Go buy something nice. Thank you very much. I hope I'm missing any of these. I keep checking back here to make sure I don't miss. We want Bama. Why do I ask? Alabama's not there. I thought Oregon State was an interesting idea. I wouldn't mind going to their house. But how about for the home opener? Would be fun to play against Louisiana Monroe because we're both the Warhawks. I just see names of schools flying across my screen. If I go down here and select Oregon State, When is Oregon State available? Got another super chat here from Matt Solomon. Play Tulane. What are they, the Green Wave? Is that what their team is? Tulane. And they play in the Superdome. Do they still play in the Superdome? That is where Matt Forte went to school. I'll play Tulane. I'm not sure if we'll play here or there yet. For this Oregon slot, can I go Oregon State instead? Where is a spot for Oregon State? They're never available. I'm not sure if we can hear the chair. This chair isn't as loud as the other one I had. But maybe it does need to get greased. Oregon State. That was painful. So, Idaho, Oregon State. May have to play them in week 2. Are they not available in week 3? I'm sure I checked already, but I forgot. Right, they're not available here. So if I want to play Oregon State, it's got to be in week 2. Or I can try the week 9, but they probably have a game then. They do. Idaho, Oregon State. I'm okay with that. And then we could have Tulane on there. And let's see. Now we got to swap out Oregon for somebody else. And like I said, next year, in year 3, we're going to play Washington again and see how far we've come. Because what that's going to be, that's going to be when players like Marcus Calhoun and other players that we faced them with in the first year, that's going to be when those players are seniors. So we'll see the development over the course of a couple seasons. Cool idea thought up, right? How about Kansas? Idaho, Oregon State, Tulane, Kansas, and then all conference. That's one route to go. That's a C- strength of schedule. Not that I'm worried about strength of schedule when we are a 2-10 team. Seeing a lot of UTSA comments. Just seeing basically every college you could imagine right now. The purple went away. I'm not really sure why it showed up in the first place. C-, you can do better, Kane. Make sure you have 6 home, 6 away. Yes. The conference games can't be changed. So 1 at home, 2 away, 2 and 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 3, 3 and 4, 4 and 4. So, okay, I got to make sure 2 of these games here are at our stadium. So we could go home against Tulane. I don't want to play 3 straight on the road, so I could go make these 3 home, first 2 away. Wish I could see like their record last year and their best players now. I have to leave this to go check. Let's see who some intriguing matchups could be. Oh, we got a super chat here from Jedi Bob 5. Play a game against ULM, the Warhawk Bowl. I liked that idea. Playing against Louisiana Monroe. We can go to their house. They can come to our house one year. Because after this year, we probably won't play Idaho again. Unless there's like a 10 overtime madness that we just like can't let be the last battle. Well, that's actually a great finale, so... let me check on Louisiana Monroe. They haven't been here as ULM? Yes. That's pretty even. It is even. So while it is, we could play against the Warhawks. I like that idea. That seems like a good matchup. We're pretty fairly matched. Oops. No notifications. When were they available? Louisiana Lafayette. I might have to open this and have the Warhawk Bowl be the first home game this year. Louisiana Monroe. That we can go to theirs one time. Play them in week 9 or move Kansas. I really would like to start playing against all the non-conference games first. Kind of like that idea, and then getting into conference play. None of these games are all that... well, the Oregon State game should be pretty challenging. I didn't check Tulane's team. But I like this schedule. Idaho, Oregon State, Louisiana Monroe, Tulane. Then it's San Jose, Nevada, San Diego, Colorado State, Air Force this year, Hawaii. We're going there this time. New Mexico, UNLV. So potential snow games. We're looking at Air Force in 11 and UNLV in week 14 as potential snow games. It's strange to hear you say play against the Warhawks. I know. I'm going to have to think about, do I use touchdown Warhawks in that episode? I probably will, because I can't help myself. Where does it show your rival teams? I'd like to see that. Is that in... I just don't know what menu that's in. Michigan for taking Bowser. I can't even be mad at them. They really wanted him. They overcame like a 6,000 point deficit. Boise State Bluegrass. Eventually we will play Boise State. I'm surprised it's not this year, but maybe next. Playing at Colorado State could also be a snow game. Yes, that's true. That's true. I was only focused on ours for some reason. I knew Hawaii wasn't going to give us the snow. Under team management? Is that where it is? It's in schedule? Well, I can't check that yet. Your team info as your rival listed. Okay. Okay, that's right. So if I go back into custom schedules, I think that's where I get to team info. They must have put all 15K into Bowser. That's what I'm thinking. KC. Rivals. USM. I'm not as good with all college acronyms. What's USM? University Southern Miss? USM? What is it? Is it Southern Miss? Yeah, that's the comments are all rolling through. Southern Miss. How are they our rivals? Southern Mississippi and Montana. Kalispell, Montana. The most unlikely of rivals. By the way, while I'm at it here, let's check on Tulane. And see how their team stacks up. Tulane, okay. That's actually like the next level above us, a handful of 80s. This is actually a really good suggestion. Let's check on our other matchups then. Oregon State. I expect them to be another step up, maybe some players in the 90s. Yep. Alrighty, and then for Idaho, I expect them to be pretty much on par with us. So we kind of face 4 different calibers of non-conference opponents. Yeah, they're actually a step above us, but that's okay. Played them last year, lost. Now we're looking to win in the Dome. We have an indoor game this year. Could have had 2 if we played at Tulane in the Superdome. So, we are at the preseason stage. I cannot sim forward, but what we can do is start doing some editing now to the players and do a little bit of practice as we get into the latter stages here of the offseason. Let's do some editing here. JR Battle. Yes, I replaced UAB when I made Kalispell because they are not an active program. He's a right-handed quarterback. What's a good number for Battle, you guys feel? Of course, I'm going to get like 90 numbers to show up. Where are Romo and Garoppolo going? I don't know. Oh, I got a super chat here from Sulterin. I'm sorry, I'm bad at pronunciation sometimes. Replacing UAB made USM your rival. Okay, that makes more sense. Thank you. JR Battle. You guys like the single digit or the double digit? 13 here. He's got the quarterback wristband all ready. I'm sure you guys are going to want to change to helmet. Keep 6. He has to be 6 for Jay Cutler. That's a great point. That's a phenomenal point. How do you argue with that logic? Romo to Denver guaranteed. I'd like to see that happen, actually. No. Actually, what I wanted was Romo to go to Jacksonville and get to throw to the Allens and see what they can do. Wouldn't that be fun? Tell me you don't want to see Tony Romo try to make it happen with the Jaguars. Tell me that wouldn't be fun. It'd at least be entertaining. What do you guys tend to go with for helmets? Because I always get a lot of comments saying that all I do is Revo Speed, because I like Revo Speeds. But obviously, I probably go to them a little too much. 1 bar kicker helmet. Great idea. How about a full cage? Like a Justin Tuck cage that was like banned. JR Battle. See, I like this helmet. Who doesn't like that helmet? Kane, you gotta take these calf bands off your players. Hey, he knows the rules. You know the rules there. Arbol 3ST. I don't know. You know the rules. No calf bands unless you're a senior. But the bicep bands, there are no rules in place yet about those. The Ion 4Ds are kind of cool. Isn't this what Reggie Shepard has in my Chargers series? So I just saw someone say Ion 4D is my favorite, and they added me. So someone's on board here. A lot of the different helmet styles look silly, and that's why I tend to go Revo Speed, because at least it doesn't look silly. It can get repetitive, but it doesn't look silly. Shoulder pad height. Please catch up. There we go. I like the high shoulder pads. I also like keeping most of what the player has when you get in the game, because I feel like it gives them some personality. I'm not going to give them 2 ankle braces and whatnot. I need to get that hand warmer off. Where do they hide the hand warmer? It seems to be scrolling so slowly right now. Might be hard to do a lot of editing right now. I always gotta go for the towel. Whoops, no hand warmer. In cold games, they'll give you a hand warmer. I promise. So do we like 13, or is that gotta change? So he's a pocket quarterback. Braces make some sense, and so does the hand warmer. Hand warmer does in colder games, and I actually would be on board with a knee brace. Or do you want the ankle brace? Yeah, this is scrolling so slow. I don't know. I've never put braces on my players. Will this be on YouTube because I came late? Yes, it will be. Once it's over, it'll be unlisted and you can still watch it, and then I'll make it like a public deal. Probably tomorrow, because it'll take some time to process once this is over, and I gotta get a thumbnail made and whatnot. Seeing so many numbers. I got another super chat here from David Guerra. I don't like the helmet. I think I actually like this helmet. It's a new style. For me, anyway. It's not one I've used too much. I think it looks kind of neat. And I think that is Reggie Shepard's style helmet in my Chargers franchise. I might do some research and look more into like players that wear braces, I guess, because a pocket quarterback wearing one does kind of make sense. I'll come back to that. That's not fun enough right now. Let's go Corey Miller next. Exactly. I don't think JR Battle cares about his superstitions. He'll take 13. Corey Miller. What about number... A lot of the 20s are wide open. I feel like Corey Miller's got to stay in the 30s, though. He's not an elite running back. The 20s are reserved. Not 37, though. That's kind of mean. $31 for Corey Miller. I'll come back to him later. I want to focus on players that are going to play early. Like, Miller's probably not going to be that guy. He's going to be redshirted. So let's go to one player who will play, Donnie Castillo. They already gave him number 84. I'm kind of on board with that. He wants long sleeves. You know it's cold here in Montana when it's winter. But the calf bands, you know the rules. We have rules here. The rules first say you got to pick a different helmet. DNA. Are any of the DNAs cool for a tight end? I feel like Donnie Castillo's a visor guy. '85, '86, or '87 are all good. I do look at '84 as a receiver number, mainly because of Randy Moss. Growing up watching Randy play. If he wants the long sleeves, he can have the long sleeves. But the calf bands are no-go. Like, just imagining, like, wearing calf bands seems super, like, annoying to me. Like, I wouldn't want anything on my calves. I don't want generic gloves, though. Generic gloves? Why would you buy generic brand? You want to get a name brand. Those are kind of cool right there. Nike Vapor Fly. With our color scheme, it sure works. But if we don't keep him at 84, 85 is there. That's a solid receiving tight end number. There we go. Change Hawthorne's number. Everybody wants me to change numbers for players that they're okay. 36 on Hawthorne, it works. 48 on Zach Bogan, he's pulling it off. He's making 48 work. Now I want to go to Josh Watson. All right, Josh Watson. James Watson, I'm sorry. 54? That's an inside linebacker number. My rule here, basically, I like evens inside, odds outside. Maybe we give James Watson a different kind of number because the 50s are mostly taken. What do we feel for James Watson? Do we change the game here with him? I'm going to see what the comments say after I get these calf bands off. Sammy needs 27. But that's Albert Green. $68 sounds nice for him. He's not a guard. Does anyone on Kalispell wear number 1? I don't think I gave number 1 to anybody. I'm not a fan of these forearm bands either. I'm okay going like sweatbands and whatnot. Waiting for it to update here. There we go. I might have to come back to Watson and do some of this customization a little later just because of how slow it's acting. These shoulder pads are way too high. Give him Sammy's number. 37s are in there. Single digit. I'm pretty sure most of the single digit numbers are wide open. Let me get a different helmet first. Air XP. Revolution. Full cage? No, I'll probably give him a half cage. Actually, I don't like that at all. A lot of the Revolution face masks I'm not a fan of. Isn't James Watson a linebacker? Yes. He is a linebacker. But hey, we can change things up with the numbers. So why not? Kind of like that one. Okay, looking at numbers now. I guess some of the single digits are taken. 1 through 5 is gone. I know Dante Clark is number 4. So I gave him a unique one. Levante David is an outside linebacker and is number 54. That's true. I know. Chad Greenway wears 52 and he's always been outside. I just think of more outside linebackers as having odd numbers. Give him a Ray Lewis face mask. I don't recognize face masks very well. I don't really pay attention to that kind of stuff. Or cleats or gloves usually. I'm not liking these gloves though. I kind of want to get into some games, or a practice here. And then we'll probably end the stream after that. I'll have to do more of this editing off stream. Maybe I'll find some players in like the league and take some of their setups and apply them to my players, because I'm not very good at designing these players from scratch all the time. Come on. Are these cool? Under Armour Nitro? They're alright. I can always come back to them later. I want to play with these players. Yeah, Marquise Walker's number 2. I made it so my kicker and punter wouldn't take numbers that I wanted to use. 49, 46, pretty much throwaway numbers for long snappers. Maybe some of my receivers actually took some of the good ones. Evans is 7. Archer is 3. Caldwell's 9. McClellan's 80. Don't forget red shirts. I'm pretty sure that I can do that before I practice, right? Do I need to do red shirting before I practice? I don't think I do. Red shirting, it wasn't really going to be that exciting. The big thing was that I was going to red shirt JR Battle because we just don't have an offensive line that can protect him. So it doesn't make sense to waste a year of eligibility now, especially when we have Walker and Bradley better than they were. Let's let Battle sit on the bench along with Brett Mitchell. And then next year, maybe we've changed things up if the offensive line is better. Who has number 1? Brett Mitchell took it. I'm going to change that. No, you can do it after. You need to re-red shirt them. Okay. Okay. So I need to get into practice then. Load in the playbooks. All right, let's get to see some of these new players. And I want to see if Marquise Walker has a better deep ball now. So if you guys had a good time here in the live stream today, let me know. Are we having a good time? These minutes and hours just fly by during these off seasons. 2 hours, I can lose 2 hours during these streams like nothing. Every time. I got a tweet from somebody here that says, watching your stream, I know it's your team, but Montana uses 37 for in-state kids from the state itself if you want tradition. So that's what University of Montana does. What's 37 mean? Only thing that would come to mind is like if they're the 37th state, which I'm not even sure if that's true. I think I didn't pick random play. Yeah, Marquise Walker out here. I want to see the deep ball. I got to get some random plays. I want to back up to the 50. And then I'll start swapping in new players. Let's respot the ball. Going back to the 50. Redshirting battle means he'd have 2 years as uncontested starter after Walker and Bradley graduate. That's right if we don't recruit another quarterback that is better. Because we're still going to look at what quarterbacks are out there. We're going to look at every position. Are you going to move the Chargers to LA? No, I just built them a brand new house. And they got to live in it for a while now. Montana's the 41st state? Okay, I was close, though. That was just a guess. It was a good guess. Alrighty. Oh, Troy Evans is healthy again. He's back. We're rolling out here, Walker. Let's go. About 53 yards, I'd say that ball traveled. Alright, can we get this to the end zone? Uh-oh, we got to bail. Probably didn't have to, actually. Walker on the move. Oh, nearly picked off. I want to get one to the end zone. Oh, look at this jet sweep here. Wayne McLeod showing the wheels. Eddie Benson. Is he going to be our day one starter? I really just want to try throwing it to the end zone. Oh, come on. Get the pressure out of here. Get the pressure out of here. Just let me throw it. Rashawn Brooks. Oh, he can't even get off the jam. Oh! Walker just overthrew. I didn't know he could overthrow anybody. I guess he has gotten a stronger arm. Deep throw. Oh, triple coverage. Antone Slater will take that one. Gonna roll out here. Watch this. Troy Evans is open and pitches it. Come on. This team has a lot to learn when it comes to the famous lateral. I like this play. On the deep comeback. Got it. Troy Evans. But I want to start mixing in some new players. We've seen most of these players play 12 games now. I want to see new. I want to play JR Battle. I want to get him in there. I want to put any other receivers. Let's try Sonny Archer. Let's go, instead of Wayne McLeod, let's go Jarrell Holloway. At tight end, let's put in Donnie Castillo. There's Calhoun. Grant. James Watson, we'll put him in. And you know what? Why don't we put in Corey Archer? The player who went up 8 overall points. Oh, I have to put that in for the defensive side, not mine. Corey Archer. And at right end, let's try Damian Whitmore. So a few new faces will be in there next play. We're going to roll out here. Again, that comeback. Oh, got it there. Troy Evans. Alrighty. Alright, JR Battle is in the game and they bring a blitz. JR Battle going deep. Oh, incomplete for Sonny Archer. We had Corey Archer there in coverage. There's Donnie Castillo in motion. Not sure why I kept Benson in. Oh, that's not a good first impression. Do you think Cam Davenport could do kick returning? It's definitely worth at least considering. Castillo, there's a catch. Oh, he's got the juke and he gets laid out. Donnie Castillo, not a good look. Oh, man. JR Battle's got an arm. Here comes Holloway in motion. Number 11, Jarrell Holloway. I want to go deep to Sonny Archer. Oh, man. Oh, man. JR Battle on the move. Not very fast, but he's able to escape this pocket. And look at this throw on the run. How about that? Battle's got an arm. That's why I had to get him. Oh, come on, Brooks. Got to take that. That was an arm right there. Let's swap out Eddie Benson. Let's go for Corey Miller, one of the newcomers. Come on, the post. Open up. Got it. Oh, broken up by Corey Archer. I wanted that post. But this is the thing with Battle. Like, I don't want him to play until he has a line that we can trust. Plus, I want to maximize his eligible playing time. We have Corey Miller now in the game. He's open. Corey Miller makes the catch. Inverted veer. We're not running inverted veer with JR Battle ever. Battle up top. Picked off by Cam Davenport. Trying to get the football here to Sonny Archer. A lot of you wanted to see him because his ratings are similar to Troy Evans. Oh, and Jarrell Holloway. Breaking this one all the way. Let's watch that again. Jarrell Holloway getting the lane. Breaking a tackle, turning on the Jets. Uh-oh, speed option. We know that play can bring some trouble. Here comes Holloway. Oh, no. I don't want to run the option with Battle. Come on, deep post. Picked off Dante Clark. I just want to launch another one with Battle. I want to see that arm strength. Oh, no! Can he throw it 60? Didn't have to on that one. Oh, Archer comes down with it. Sonny Archer. Tight coverage there. Catch for Brooks. Come on. Nope. Hard to get open on those deep posts on NCAA 14. Oh, man. It would take me a long time to get a touchdown here running with Battle. Change formation. That's a good call. Too many of these are options. Let's go 4 receivers. And we'll get the defense out there in the dollar defense. And of course, they give us an option here the first play. Now we're going to throw it. All right, Battle. Heave it for Brooks. He can't come down with it. Corey Archer defending. Sailing another one. Someone just told me in here, transfers are usually homesick, so they go to crappy school from where they're from, so most go to crappy Florida, Texas, or Cali team because that's where all the recruits are from. That's a good point. But a lot of players also do it for playing time, which I'm still wondering why I've never really gotten one for playing time. But the homesick one, that clearly makes sense. Corey Archer. Ooh, he got past Marcus Calhoun, and that's pretty rare. Battle. How about that? Rashawn Brooks. Oh, man. Let's sail this one again. Brooks. Don't think so. Corey Archer. Having some good plays. Oh, there's Tyler Adams. Yeah, Tyler Adams was a weird one last year because he'd have like a good game and I'm like, yeah, Tyler Adams. And then he'd mess up a bunch and it's like, let's play someone else. All right, Blitz Archer here. It's time to, safety got out of place and Adams couldn't get it. Ever do hot routes? Yeah, I do hot routes quite a bit. Well, not as much as I used to. Just because I understand better now how certain route combinations can work against certain coverages, so hot routes don't always get me something I want. And that's part of why I use custom playbooks, so I can find the combinations I want. Battle trying to fade it. Oh, Archer gets his feet down. All right, there's Sonny Archer making plays. Let's see, Bradley's arm. Let's do that. How about Justin McClellan, who might be redshirted this year? And then at running back, we'll go Sammy Hawthorne. New formation, because I want a formation with a tight end. I want to try getting Donnie Castillo the football more. So we'll go, does wide trips offer some good plays? How about wing trio weak? Too much option. Normal flex week? That's better. And we'll go 3-3-5 Okie. And Austin Bradley is now in the game at quarterback as he sails one for Justin McClellan. Working that post corner. Sammy Hawthorne. Oh, got a break outside. Sammy always finds some running room. We always get room for him, it seems. A strike. Brooks leaps for it. So, Holloway. Right off the hands, man. So, yeah, maybe we have some more competition for a slot this year as Bradley misses wildly. Because Archer had some good moments in here. Come on, Sammy. Man, Austin Bradley. What are some of these throws? Thank you. Can you hit Justin McClellan here deep? Sailing it up top. He can't come down with it. You know, another player I want to see a little bit more of before we end this. Oh, man, that was underthrown. Sammy may need to start. You know, at the way things are looking here, Sammy Hawthorne may really need to start at quarterback. He had a good throw on that halfback pass. That's all I'm going to say. Need to get to the defense. I want to put in Frazier and see how he can do. Yeah, I could have used Bradley more when the run game wasn't working for us last year. There's Donnie Castillo. So Castillo is 6'7". Is he going to be a jump ball receiver for us? I want to get him into some situations where he has to leap for it. Well, that's not it. Here comes McClellan. Oh. Trying to find some daylight. Here we got the corner. Up top. Ah, man. Ugly option. Ooh, look at Otis Frazier in man coverage. Otis Frazier. Oh, now Otis Frazier gets beat bad. There's Donnie Castillo. I feel like there hasn't really been... Oh, Castillo dropped another one. But I feel like there hasn't been a tight end in like a franchise or a dynasty of mine where it's like a player that we are really excited about. And I'm excited about Castillo. Getting some size in our passing game. Maybe he's our red zone threat. Maybe we should work some red zone. Oh, let's do that now. Let's practice some red zone. There we go, from about the 4-yard line. McClellan, get into the end zone, but I want to throw it. I want Castillo to jump. Ah. We'll see if Castillo finds himself playing a little bit in the slot or anywhere else. Just want to get him into space where he can be a little bit more isolated. Adam Kirkpatrick. I like Kirkpatrick a lot. Julius Thomas, I'm talking about like a player I drafted or recruited. Like, I feel like, there we go. That's what I want. Marcus Williams. Yeah, he had some good years. This is what Castillo needs to bring to the offense. We need to start going vertical. Look at that. Completely overmatching everybody. He's 6'7", what, 265, 256? Oh, that's right. I can just respot it with L3. You're right. Forgot about that. There we go. Wide open, Rashawn Brooks. Come on, for Castillo. He's got to break free. Yeah. Not sure that was a touchdown, though. Castillo? Thank you. I would say Castillo is a dark horse to lead us in touchdown receptions, just based on what he can do in the red zone with his height, and the fact that he's a more dynamic tight end than Whitfield is. Sammy. I want to try some more runs. I would like to see if this running game is a little bit better, but of course it's not the best defense to be comparing results to. Am I going to do a blue and white game? I don't think I will this year. It was a great idea in year one just because the team hadn't played yet and I wanted to offer some context and continue introducing the team. I don't think we need a scrimmage this year. Plus, I'm not sure how I would do it. I'd have to do it entirely in practice because... what I did with the scrimmage was from the exhibition menu. I just played Kalispell versus Kalispell with 2 controllers. Outrun Calhoun, no. They don't have much of a scramble drill in NCAA 14. Get there, Justin McClellan. Donnie Castillo. Yeah, oh, he's got to catch him. Rough estimate for week 1. What is today? It's February 22nd, Thursday. It's Wednesday. So, I have some Charger stuff to do. I have the edited off-season and then the highlight video. If I had to give an estimate, I'd say like Tuesday-ish of next week. That sounds about right. Maybe Monday if I have a productive weekend. So let's go ace big now. This is 2 tight ends. It'll get us into our base defense. Actually, I'm going to go 4-4 split. I like that more. Bradley, play action. Chester Dudley gets open now. Whitfield will be our second tight end. Whoops, that was a bad throw. Sammy Hawthorne on the run. No, not going to get there. The pitch. Hawthorne. That's just trouble. Here we go. Here we go. Sammy Hawthorne. He's going to pull up. Throw it. Chester Dudley. Touchdown. Sammy Hawthorne still perfect. On the halfback pass. I know he's going to be your guys' favorite player. Just because of the halfback pass. There we go. Oh, man. Castillo has a bit of an issue with the drops, though, it seems. Is Castillo tall enough to hurdle somebody? Oh, back of the end zone. Awesome. Man, his run defense is looking all right. Oh, man. We're going to have some fun this year with Donnie Castillo. We are going to have a lot of fun with this new tight end. So far, it's looking like I was right to put so much effort into getting Donnie Castillo. Those are plays we don't make last year. He's a 6'7" tight end, and he's a beast. Roll this way. Yeah! Dropped it. Dropped it. Can I get a hurdle? Can I get a hurdle from somebody, please? Watch this. Oh, I wanted to hurdle him into the end zone. He's tough at least, it looks like. Counter? Oh, man. We got to get a hurdle for a touchdown before this is over, right? Or a Donnie Castillo, like, one-handed catch. Do they even have one-handed catches in this game? Really? Uh-oh. Oh! Hawthorne! Oh, another touchdown for Sammy Hawthorne. How does he do it? The halfback pass is undefeated, literally. Sammy Hawthorne does not care. He'll stay on his feet. He'll roll outside. Touchdown, Chester Dudley. What's Castillo's trucking and speed? I'll check. 6-stream Kane team looks like they could be pretty decent this year. Thank you for tuning in, Sam. And I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm having a good time here with these new players. Castillo, 86 acceleration, 73 trucking, which is quite good for a tight end. A little concerned with his carrying. Hawthorne's perfect. We gotta get Marquise Walker in here, don't we? Ooh, let's put Walker in now. We have all these option plays, and I haven't had the right quarterback to run them. So one more. I want to swap out some running backs. Oh, Sammy Hawthorne's so good. How'd he get so good? Put in Mitchell. Let me play with Marquise Walker first. Let's swap out now for Green. And for McClellan, let's put Kendall Caldwell. And for Brooks, let's go Tyler Adams. Defensively, any changes? Oh yeah, I wanted to try some other linebackers now. Let's try TJ Strong. Instead of Nicholas, let's go Quentin Dunn. Let's put in Lorenzo Easley, the finesse rusher, and Joey Daniel. At tackle, we'll go Glenn Ellis and Howell. I had Archer in for a while. Oh, Hawthorne's going to throw one more. Nope, he's going to tuck this one. Staying undefeated. Walker. Oh, man. We got to see some more accuracy than that, Walker. Roll outside. Watch this. We're going to get this. Oh, man. Almost picked off by a lineman. Nice job, Donnie. Castillo's going to be a beast. Oh, where's Castillo? He waited so long to release. Oh, 59 coming up. That's Quentin Dunn, I believe. Don't fumble, Walker. There we go. Just got to work open. There's Kendall Caldwell. I might change his number from 9. Green. Oh, man. The hurdle did not work out. Off to Green. Almost stretches for the goal line. Marquise Walker to Donnie Castillo. Not many options in this formation, though. Tyler Adams gets open. Let's back up a bit now. Are all 3 quarterbacks going to play this season? Probably not. I still think that this is going to be Walker and Bradley offense. And we're just going to have to see how the team fits together this year. Because I want a redshirt battle. I want a redshirt Brett Mitchell. Maximize my eligibility with those players. All right. A few more plays in with Walker, then we'll go Brett Mitchell and probably end the stream there. It's already been about 2.5 hours or so. But a fun off season. I'm glad that we're back in Dynasty and getting to all this fun again. That was a heck of a throw there. I know, just like with me and a lot of you other franchise fans, the off-season is one of the most fun times. Seeing new players you can bring in. And in the case of this game, seeing how much better other players get. Marquise Walker. Come on, Walker. Oh, picked off by Dunn. Jump ball for Tyler Adams and broken up by Clark. Don't have any good vertical plays in this package with tight end, sadly. Hey, Castillo. What the? Marcus Calhoun does not like him. Hey, I see Blackjack's in here. Hey, how's it going, Blackjack? How's it going? We got to see my man Donnie Castillo, though, get absolutely helicoptered on this play. The big 6'7" tight end meets Marcus Calhoun. Oh my goodness, he does a full 360. And Quentin Dunn gets hit. What the? Most impressed with in this practice, Castillo. Even though he's made some mistakes, just looking at the plays that have been made in Castillo, like being that big vertical tight end, jump ball, red zone threat. Look at that. And the power. He's got trucking as well. Broke another tackle in the end zone. Let's just lob it up to him now. Come on, Castillo. Oh, no chance there. Oh, Otis Frazier playing the option, or the inverted veer. Castillo. Nope. Come on, if you're going to jump for a pick, you got to make the catch too. It's a rule. Jump ball. Here we go. Come on. TJ Garner's in good position, but he has no catching ability, it seems. Oh, come on, Holloway. That was a good play. Walker's rolling. Come on. I want to get Castillo in single coverage, man. I'll try another formation. See what else we can get here. And we'll go to our next quarterback now. Let's bring in the only quarterback we haven't seen play yet. Let me call a new play. Slot Y flex. Now I'll keep it all in the shotgun. This next quarterback is mobile. So we're going to call one of the formations that has enough option plays. So a little bit more and then we'll end this up. Brett Mitchell, the freshman quarterback. Call timeout to change formation. Oh, I'm learning all the shortcuts today. There's Brett Mitchell with the Matt Castle sleeves. We're in number 1. That's going to change. Holloway! That's a better throw. That was actually great ball placement, but Tyler Adams had no awareness. Oh, lunging out for it. Castillo. Nice, nice. Give it to Castillo. Almost gets in. Caldwell. No late hits. Not necessary. I wish the mid screen worked. Oh, Garner caught one. Oh, come on, Mitchell. Turn on the wheels. Against the cover 3. Double coverage. Broken up. Did you already do practice mode with all the new players, man? Yeah, that's what this is right now. I'm at the tail end of the practice here. I've done a bunch of this for like the last 30, 40 minutes. It's just been running plays. Adams almost got that one. So we'll go till one more touchdown. One more touchdown, and that should be enough. We're at about 2.5 hours. I want to make it a good touchdown, though. It's got to be a good one. Not just a man coverage corner route. Oh, that's kind of cool right there. The touch throw to Donnie Castillo. I'm excited to see Castillo when the games start to count because he is everything I hoped he would be based on this practice. Might not catch everything, but he's got the big catch radius. We know that. Maybe grab a couple thumbnails from this. I'm excited, though, about this team heading into year 2. I thought we had some good development here from the offseason. And I like some of our newcomers. Look at the jerseys. They just get so dirty when you practice for a while. Look at Marcus Calhoun. So which new Warhawk are you guys most excited to see this year? Whether it's a player who is red-shirted like Sonny Archer, who made some plays in today's offseason. Or maybe it's Donnie Castillo. Maybe it's Corey Archer, the strong safety, who had the highest overall bump. Ah, come on. I just love running plays in here. I can lose so much time just running practice plays. And I have. Mid-screen is a horrible play. Not in real life. That's why I want to run it. Ooh, Brett Mitchell, airmail. Oh, man. Otis Frazier. I don't think he's missed a tackle in this practice, at least. Oh, man. Was that Clark? I think that was Dante Clark with the hit. If this practice is any indication, our run defense looks better. Sammy at quarterback. You want to see Sammy Hawthorne play a couple quarterback snaps. All right, we'll close the stream on that. I'll give you some Sammy Hawthorne quarterback. What are your plans for Eddie Benson? I don't really have a lot of plans for Eddie Benson. Probably goal line back, short yardage. That's what I expect his role to be mostly. Sammy Hawthorne. Nice tackle. I think that was Antone Slater. All right, Hawthorne is in the game. Sammy Hawthorne is in the building. He's going to throw a screen. And Adams, oh, can't get away from Frazier. Hawthorne on the option. I want to see Hawthorne throw a real pass. Give me a different play. Oh, that was a missed tackle by Frazier. Oh, Hawthorne's now picked off. This formation is not the best for fun plays. Throw it back now. Ooh, a rollout. Pitch it back to Sammy. What the heck was that? Let's call one more formation. This one should work. Has a lot of nice plays in it. But we're going to get wrapped up here in just a couple minutes now. For real. Hawthorne to Castillo. I don't know. Maybe Castillo is no longer a long shot to be our touchdown reception leader. Maybe he's become the favorite. Who do you guys think it's going to be? My pick is Castillo. I just don't see anybody else that can give us that red zone threat. I feel like Castillo is going to be a really big part of the offense this year. Maybe more than I realized. Oh, Garner is going to take that one. Hawthorne. Ugh. The theme for year 2. All right, the theme for year 2. is going to be taking our first step. The theme of year 2 needs to be making improvements, basically. We now have something to compare this team to, who they were in year 1. So, we need to see if we can exceed those expectations. We need to try and be better than the 2-10 team that was last in turnover differential. The team that only scored like 18 points a game. The theme of year 2 is raising the bar. That's it. Raising the bar. That's a better way to put it. Year 1, the theme was to be aggressive, because I didn't want to be passive if we were going to be bad. I wanted to at least be aggressive. Let me get one Sammy Hawthorne pass to the end zone, please. Or just give me 4 run plays in a row, pretty much. Try to get to 5 wins. The theme for year 2, Hawthorne versus Winslet. Who is better? Well, we already know the answer to that, Blackjack. We already know Sammy Hawthorne is untouchable, especially in a punt, pass, and kick arena. As we're seeing now, he is multi-talented at this game here. Some say that he invented football. Look at Sammy Hawthorne here. Can Winslet do that? I don't think Winslet can do that. I just don't want to ask questions that have easy answers, Blackjack. That's it. Year 2 theme, obviously, the Castillo Show. That's basically what I've turned this whole practice into. Oh, Frazier keeping up with him. Castillo. Castillo's going to hurdle somebody this year, and it's going to be glorious. The hurdle's so hard. Castillo doesn't want it that bad. Oh, Blackjack, you're funny. It's not blasphemy. I'm just out here trying to give you information. Sammy Hawthorne might be the most talented football player in the world. Oh, Castillo with the lateral touchdown, and that's how we're going to end it. Had to end on something like that. Sammy Hawthorne going outside to Jarrell Holloway, who decides, you know what? Time to give the ball off to Donnie Castillo. Touchdown. All right, guys. Thank you for watching the first off-season here in the Kalispell Warhawks Dynasty. Obviously, many more to come here as we are just in the initial stages still of this series. We're getting into year 2 now. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. It was a really fun stream. We have some new fun players on the team, and they look a lot better now for year 2. Look, when they are future Patriots teammates together, he will prove he's the best. Well, I can't argue with that logic. Let him decide it there at Patriots training camp. All right, guys. Thank you all for tuning in, and have a great day. I'll see you all. I'm not sure what my next piece of content is going to be yet, but I'll be working on the edited off season of this, making it shorter, and then also the next Chargers franchise episode. So, I'll see you all then. If you watch my second channel, I'll be posting Vikings franchise here very soon in the next 15 minutes, I'd assume. So, check out my second channel if you haven't, MrHurriicane LP. Thank you guys again. Have a great day.